Hi, I'm Bella Gonzalez, and my partner and I, Nikki Laxina, were paired up together for our action project. The goal of our project was to begin to address exclusion between VAPA students and athletes. We decided to focus on this area because Nikki and I, as athletes, have first-handedly experienced exclusion between VAPA students and athletes, not only in the classroom, but also outside of the classroom at lunch or at after-school activities.
What I discovered in my initial investigation of our action project was the extreme exclusion between student athletes and VAPA students. I noticed this because in the beginning of our project, when we were trying to admit our survey out, Bella and I had trouble connecting with VAPA students, and this just showed exclusion because of the fact as athletes ourselves, it was hard to connect with one group more than the other.
Our project was mainly targeted in Mr. Rozone's sixth period physics class. So in this period before the project, we had examined that there was a clear separation between VAPA students and athletes in that class. Prior to the activities, I decided to interview a couple of students, VAPA and student athletes in the class, and simply ask them the question if they knew each other's name. Do you know his name?
No.
Do you know his name?
No, for real.
Do you know his name?
I do.
What's his name?
Zay,
Do you know his name?
I think.
What do you think his name is?
I think I know your last name. I forgot.
Okay. Do you know her name?
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't.
Do you know his name?
I worked to remedy this problem by taking a group of VAPA students and a group of athletes, and we gave them the opportunity to participate within a game called Heads Up. So we took 2 athletes and then 2 pairs of VAPA students, and we placed them on one team, and then we did that same by creating another team. So there were only 2 teams, but one team acted it out while the other team had to guess what they were doing. This allowed for both groups to just be themselves and act funny and be silly and just really show one another that they're the exact same people and that they have stuff in common and they're able to have fun with one another.
Choking. Oh, gargling your mouth. Brushing your teeth. What are you doing? Not once. Not
Frying a pan.
Oh, cooking eggs. Cooking breakfast. Skillet.
Okay, we're gonna
Frying eggs.
In the next activity, we decided to get Oreos, and we had a VAPA identifying student and an athlete identifying student put the Oreo on their face right here, and it was a competition who could get the Oreo in their mouth first.
It's gonna go by what?
Come on, Camila, come on. I also feel our activity was very effective as we had very positive feedback from our interviews. Many students claimed that they felt a lot closer with their classmates and that they felt a little bit more open to reach out to their classmates now as they were all able to realize that they have something in common.
I feel that our project was a success because of the fact after we post-interviewed people from our games, they said that they felt a greater sense of community within their classrooms and that they could go to any one of their classmates, whether they were VAPA students or athletes, for help by any means. And we noticed that once we were done with our activity and we walked back into the classroom, that the groups were more united and it wasn't so divided as we seen before we walked into the classroom.
Honestly, before the activity, I didn't think I'd have as much fun as I did. But interacting with the dude that I've never met before, it was actually really fun.
So before we played the game, I think my relationship with the athletes was I was really intimidated by them, and when we have group projects in class, I never immediately go towards them. But after the game, I feel like I can be a lot more open with them just because we all looked silly together and we all worked together to achieve one goal.
So I definitely feel like after that activity, I got a better connection with my fellow classmates. I feel that I can ask them for homework and stuff. or like if I need help with something, I feel like they can really help me, you know?
After completing this project, something I realized is that exclusion happens because we allow it to, and honestly, we just need to get out of our comfort zones and go out and diversify our universe. But I know that not many are comfortable doing this because it can be really intimidating approaching a new friend group or social group. So as a peer mediator, I really want to get my friends and get my other friends from different social groups and just really try to combine them and make a greater sense of community at Olympian High School.
After completing this project, something I have learned as a peer mediator is that exclusion has drawn a great line in between two giant student groups. And this has costed us to not be able to get to know each other and go out of our comfort zones to explore new things and new people. Like, everyone's here for the same reason, to have fun, to have a good education, and, you know, make friends while we're at it. And this project has really shown me that we can all come together to make Olympian High School a better place.